ಶ್ರೀಧರ ಶ್ರೀಕರ ಶ್ರೀವತ್ಸಾಂಕಿತ ಶ್ರಿತಜನವತ್ಸಲವೋ ಶ್ರೀಮಧುಸೂದನ ಶ್ರೀಮಧುರಾನನ ತ್ರಿಭುವನ ಪಾಲನವೋ ಶ್ರೀಮಧುಸೂದನ ಶ್ರೀಮಧುರಾನನ ತ್ರಿಭುವನ ಪಾಲನವೋ ಹರಿ ಹರಿ ವೋ ಹರಿ ಹರಿ ವೋ ಹರಿ ಹರಿ ವೋ ನತರನ ಭಂಜನ ಮದ ಜನ ಭಂಜನ ಸಚ್ಚಿನ್ಮಯ ಹರಿವೋ ನತ ಜನ ರಂಜನ ಮದ ಜನ ಭಂಜನ ಸಚ್ಚಿನ್ಮಯ ಹರಿವೋ ಶ್ರೀಮಧುಸೂದನ ಶ್ರೀಮಧುರಾನನ ತ್ರಿಭುವನ ಪಾಲನವೋ ಶ್ರೀಮಧುಸೂದನ ಶ್ರೀಮಧುರಾನನ ತ್ರಿಭುವನ ಪಾಲನವೋ ಹರಿ ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಜಯ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪರಿಪೂರಣ ಕಾರಣವೋ ಜಯ ಜಯ ಶಂಖ ಸುಚಕ್ರ ಗದಾಂಬುಜ ಪೀತಾಂಬರಧರವೋ ಹರಿ ಹರಿ ಓ 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 ಗುರುನಾಥ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಓಂ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಓಂ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಓಂ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಓಂ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಶಿವ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಸ್ವಾಮಿನಾಥ ಶಿವ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಸ್ವಾಮಿನಾಥ ಶಿವ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಸ್ವಾಮಿನಾಥ ಶಿವ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಸ್ವಾಮಿನಾಥ ಚಿನ್ಮಯ ರೂಪ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಓಂ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಓಂ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಅನಾಥನಾಥ ದೀನಬಂಧು ಅನಾಥನಾಥ ದೀನಬಂಧು ಅನಾಥನಾಥ ದೀನಬಂಧು ಅನಾಥನಾಥ ಅನಾಥನಾಥ ದೀನಬಂಧು ಅದ್ಭುತ ಚರಿತ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಓಂ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಓಂ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಓಂ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಜಯ ಗುರುನಾಥ शंकर गुरो जय शंकर गुरो, शंकर गुरो जय शंकर, शंकर गुरो, शंकर गुरो जय शंकर गुरो, शंकर भगवत पाद शंकर गुरो.
Grand informal check. Hari Om. Hari Om. Wow. Om Sahana Vairyankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gururdevo Maheshwaraha Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Before we start with the Shanti Mantra, I had two announcements. One, next Saturday, instead of the CHYK class, I would want all of you to come and participate in Akhanda Gita Parayan. And it is not like 24 hours or not breaking, sitting in one sitting and finishing the entire or going through entire Bhagavad Gita. I want all of you to be a part of it. And if you want, I will forward the soft copy. You can read it off of the gadgets that you carry. So it will start at 9 o'clock in the morning. And if we go with our speed, 2.5 3 hours. And then we will end it with Swami Tapon Maharaj's birthday, because it is on the same day as Gita Jayanti. So next Saturday, instead of the CHYK class, we will be having a Sampurna Gita Parayan, and we will also worship Puja Swami Tapon Ji Maharaj the time we finish with the entire day, entire event. The second announcement is even for those online listeners, calendars. You have been listening to me for a long time. For 15 years I have been speaking here in Dallas, 8 years prior to that. And now we have our own Brahmachari ji. So Yatindra Chaitanya ji will be speaking on Shiva Gita from Tulsi Ramayan from 12th December to 16th December. So mark your calendars. By then your exams also will be done. So come down every evening, 7:30 to 9, and enjoy his first Arangetram. Arangetram means the first time, right? So first time in Dallas. So it's a first time, right, ever?
I had a small one in Chicago.
Okay. Okay, first time in Dallas then. So let's make it a grand event and let's show him our right, bro? So those are the two announcements. Now let's get to Kenopanishad. Om apyayantu mamangani vak pranaschakshuhu shrotramatho balamindriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahmaupanishadam maham brahma nirakuryam mama brahma nirakarot अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मेस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. So in this particular segment of the Upanishad, especially the third chapter, was quite an entertaining story where Brahman tests the Devatas, and Agni, Vayu fail. Their king, their lord, Indra, he goes to test, and Brahman doesn't even think him to be qualified enough to have an audience. He disappears. Right in the same spot, there's this amazingly divine lady appears, and looking at her, it was very clear it was Mother Parvati Devi. And now the dialogue starts between Mother Parvati Devi and Indra. So this is in the 4th chapter. What page number is it? 149. So the first mantra. Repeat after me. Sa brahmeti hovacha brahmano va ye tadvijaye mahiyadvamiti tato havai vidanchakara brahmeti. So in the earlier chapter, the last mantra that was spoken, Akashe striyam ajagama bahushobhamanam umam haimavatim tam hovacha kimetad yakshamiti. O mother, who exactly is this yaksha? Who was that person that had come? It was quite a troubling presence. We were intrigued. And the intensity with which he was asking and the attitude with which he was asking was in a enquiry mode, to inquire into who it is. Looking at the keen interest of Indra, Mother, without wasting time or beating around the bush, comes straight to the point. She says, Sa Brahmeti Hovacha. Sa Uma Haimavati, Uma, she said, Uvacha. What did she say? Brahma iti. Brahman iti. Now with this word Brahma should not be confused with Brahmaji. Brahmaji is the four-headed, I call him quad processor. To run the universe, you need that kind of a processing speed. With one head, he deals with the upper world. With one head, he deals the lower world. The third head, he deals with this earth. And with the fourth head, all those who arrive into Brahmaloka, he constantly gives satsang. It's easy to understand it this way. So he's constantly busy with all four heads. But that Brahmaji is not what is mentioned here. Because that word Brahma is Pullinga Shabda, masculine word. But here, when it is said Brahman, it is Napunsaka Linga, a neuter gender. Brahman meaning that supreme almighty. Brahmeti hovacha. Do you even realize, says the mother continuing, that whatever you are celebrating as your victory was not actually your victory, but it was truly the victory of that. Claim it as your victory, but in true sense it is the victory of that supreme reality alone. See, this is the directness with which here Uma Haimavati is representing the Shruti Mata. Shruti Mata, the very incarnation of knowledge or wisdom in the form of Vedas. So Uma Haimavati is taken the form of the Shruti and giving that direct Brahma Jnana, that Brahma Jnana which is not that easy to comprehend, appreciate or get access to. Just because they are written in the books, to read through, yes, you will understand English. You would understand the interpreters. Can we really get the scope of what that Upanishad truly is trying to direct? It requires the blessings of that Shruti. Therefore, in every such environment where there is the Shastra Vichara that is happening, we first invoke the blessings of that Supreme to reveal that knowledge so that I can understand, and through my understanding you can understand. Sahana Vavatu. Let us both carry forward. Sahanau Bhunaktu. And this is the responsibility of both the teacher and the taught. It cannot be one-sided. It cannot be that the teacher is interested and the student is or not being keen to understand. Then it doesn't get across. Let us take it as responsibility of both. Therefore, saha viryam karavavahai. It is a job of the teacher to get down to the level of the student and then raise that student to the highest level, nothing less than that. Equally, it is the job of that student to come with an open mindset, allowing oneself to be molded, carved and etched to that perfection, that which the Shruti, which these scriptures are indicating. Without that preparedness on either side, does not fructify. The teacher has to put that effort to reach out. And why does he reach out? Purely born out of compassion. This compassion, if there was a reason, then the compassion is not complete. There is absolutely no reason why the teacher has to come down to our level. Therefore, the love between the teacher and the student is the sacred most. They say that the mother's love for the child is the most sacred. The scriptures themselves say that that is also vyavahara. That is your bound responsibility to take care of the child. Dosha. It is not necessary that the teacher has to come down to our level at all. But if the teacher does come down, it is only from the standpoint that not long ago I was in that same position as that student. Took that compassion in accommodating my colossal foolishness and giving me the right path, guiding me to that right path. Without that effort, I would not have reached where I was. Yep, course that was happening. It was strange. We were 3 Swamis from 3 different places. Myself, Swami Paratmananji, and Swami Ramakrishnananji. And it is having reached there is when we realized that all 3 of us on the same year. It was in 95 that all 3 of us got Diksha, and all 3 of us got it not in Sandipani Powai. Ramakrishnananji got it in Tamarepakam, which is in Tamil Nadu, and Paratmananji got it in Ellaipalli. Backgrounds. The only well-educated is the crowd that we were speaking to. When I say well-educated, I mean in the secular field. Very overwhelming feeling. बाप रे, ये सब लोग पढ़े लिखे हैं. They have done their PhDs, they have done their, they're into good positions. Background, we were like, this was a discussion that was happening amongst us. And it somewhere touched psyche that we were like dumbfounded for few minutes, that none of us spoke after that revelation happened. Gurudev's compassion and he taking us under his wing, in spite of not being qualified, have been. And it's purely his compassion that he has allowed us to be a part of his vision. Such is the compassion that somebody who is not educated and not qualified also is given that complete knowledge and the empowerment, trust to take that vision forward. Understanding to take something which is not worthy to make it worthy. Somebody says, no, today's lecture was good, or it doesn't. I have only one person to thank, and the true credit of that goes to, if he had not taken us with that compassion. And the only reason why he took us under was his compassion. Why did you take to this path? Why did you become a sannyasi or a monk? I also don't know. And the way I say it in Hindi is, galti se mistake ho gaya. Really, if I look back, was there a keen interest that I wanted to take this path? It just happened that Gurudev, that path intersected. So therefore, the second reason, I can give credit to 2 aspects of my life. One, the samskara bala and blessings of the parents. And second, Akarana Karuna of Puja Gurudev. When that Guru takes the Sishya under and trains, it is purely out of that compassion. Been there, experienced it. What is being put? Why does the teacher take that kind of a excessive interest into that student? Because not long ago, I was there myself. And in that, there is that purity of complete involvement. So much so that they have sacrificed their body, their time, their resources, only for molding that student that has come with such interest to lift them up to that highest level. Effort, that is a sincerity that the entire lineage of gurus come with. It should be reciprocated as a student with that same sincerity. That yes, what is being taught is not just for a feel-good factor, is not a TP. You know what is TP? Time pass. It is a feel-good factor. I also go attend satsang. A feather in the cap. Do you know, Sundays I also go to satsang? Nah, it should be much deeper than that. Definitely not for the dinner afterwards. That's an add-on. That's a different issue. It should be purely for that purpose of understanding the knowledge, wisdom that can reshape me into nothing less than a glowing, realized entity. So therefore, the prayer together is Tejas Vinavadhi Tamastu. Knowledge that we are sitting here to exchange, understand, debate, may that shine completely as understanding in our intellects. And while that process is happening, let no pettiness at heart as a seeker. What kind of pettiness? Ma vidvishavahai. Field is not a field for comparison, competing and growth. Each one on their own pace. Person is doing 3 malas of japa. I'll do 3.5 malas. This is not a marathon or some kind of an event. Other person. The only focus should be beat my earlier best. If at all there should be a comparison. Activities. Oh, that person, see that they call themselves the seekers. They're nowhere like me. I'm the goodest one here. Swamiji, there is no word like goodest. I just created it, add it into your dictionary. Or taking that comparison to such a jealous animosity that you start blaming the teacher that there is favoritisms. Teacher is like a doctor. You have a small, not even, what do you call, paper cut. A small paper cut. For a small paper cut, you don't require an injection and a big bandage, nothing. A little cleaning, maybe a band-aid. And if somebody has a broken limb and it needs a casting, it needs something very serious and has to be an inpatient. And I say, oh, this is That fellow gets an inpatient treatment. I get just a band-aid and I'm sent off. Son is a different mindset. Stop wasting your energies in comparing with other seekers as to how they are getting treated. Focus should always be, am I getting the best benefit in the presence of a guru? Am I learning that which the scriptures are pointing at? I don't need to beat myself in comparing with others. My process, slow process, but definite process. One step at a time. One bout at a time. One game at a time. I'm just quoting from Creed. Unless you may say that, are you talking some A? Because they also have ODAT. One day at a time. Whatever that one single step that you have taken, take it firm, that you don't slip from there. It should be that well understood step that you take in that progress. With that attitude and sincerity, I always make a distinction between two words. Be always sincere and never become serious. Seriousness comes with a pressure. Comes with pleasure. If the whole process is to reach to become Ananda, is to recognize and be that Ananda, why should the method or the process be like grumpy? Why are you like that? I'm a seeker. Oh, seeker should not laugh. I'm a serious seeker. Chill. If that process is to reach to that Ananda, which is your nature, take it sincerely, without losing the content, without losing the focus. And when that Shruti is approached, when that mother is approached, Shruti Mata is approached with this sincerity and commitment, I am not making this up. The mantra reveals its meaning unto you. That which the words of scripture and guru are pointing at, to know it and experience it as my own wisdom, that connecting bridge is my sincerity to that scripture. And that scripture, that Shruti Mata, reveals that knowledge, reveals that wisdom unto that sincere seeker. You may be sleeping or you may be working and suddenly that it clicks. Ore, this is what it means. I've been trying to grasp, I've been trying to understand this all this long. Whoa, this is amazing. It reveals. And it is not an accident. It is revealed only to that one who is putting that sincerity into it. Now, Indra showing that sincerity. Shruti Mata directly points which he has been sincerely seeking. Ye tat vai tat, this is it. This is that Brahman. Therefore, all this unnecessary claim of you as an individuality gaining that victory is not actually yours. It is the victory of that Brahman alone. As soon as this was revealed to him, he immediately beamed forth with a smile. Where is it in that mantra? No, it is not in the mantra. It is revealed to me. Why do I say it is revealed to me? Tatoha eva Vidan chakara brahmeti. Then he also smiled forth with understanding. Oh yes, it could have been nobody else other than that Brahman alone. So true. Why didn't I think of this? Why didn't this strike this Mandamati before? And then the discussion continues. Tasmadva yete devah atitaram ivanyan devan yadagnihi vayuhu indraste hyenannedishtham hu te henat prathamo vidanchakara brahmet. Though all these different gods went to identify who that Brahman is, who all went there? Agni, Vayu and Indra. Amongst all these, it was Indra alone who excelled in understanding. The rest of them, the other two, when they approached, they did not pay attention, but instead they went there to boast about their own, profess about their own prowess. What do you think? I am Agni. Elias, Jata Veda. Don't you know me? The Brahman said, as I've already said it in the earlier mantras, Tu kis khet ki muli hai re? What are you? They could not identify because they were already, warped in their own egoistic presence. When Indra approached, he was the only one. Pasparshuhu. Pasparshuhu actually means touched. The meaning of understood, the first one to come to know that Yaksha is none other than Brahman alone. Continuing. Tasmadva Indraha Atitaram Ivanyan Devan Sahenannedishtham Pasparsha Sahenat Prathamo Vidanchakara. So the conclusion which I said a little too early, because of that sincerity, because of that readiness to investigate into with the right mindset, Indra alone was the one who had the opportunity, and he used that opportunity in a right way with his sincerity. Therefore, that Brahman was revealed unto that Indra. And he was the first one to know the true nature of that yaksha. Prathamaha Vidanchakara. Now here we pause to understand what this story is about. All these devatas, where are they? One answer is they are in the heavens. That story we have already heard. Now the spiritual significance of this story is, through all these organs of perception action, which are empowered by the presence of these devatas, every single organ of perception and action, even the internal organs, are blessed, empowered by that devata. Empowered by that devata, the eyes can see a form. But how are these organs of perception action made? Mundaka Shruti says, Paran chikhani vyaturunasvayambhuhu paran pashyati na antaratman. Paran chikhani. They are made to interact, recognize, appreciate the outside world. That was their purpose. Therefore, what will they perceive? Only that which is outside. Paran pashyati. Through the eyes, through the ears, through the different organs of perception action, we can never perceive that which is truly inside. Meaning what? A good pair of eyes can investigate and see into world of forms. A good pair of ears can investigate into the field of sounds. Hands can work in the field of material health. Organs of perception action are made for that very purpose of interacting with the outside. They are extrovert in their creation. I don't know, Swamiji, I get so distracted, they were meant for that purpose. If you are trying to find a method to find peace through these organs of perception action, we can never ever find it. Because they were not designed for that purpose. Oh, I went to see this, but I tell you, there was nothing in it. You went there with the wrong instrument. You will not be able to find that peace because they are not designed for that purpose. What is it that is designed to pursue that inner world? Is the intellect, which is Indra. And what was the quality of that Indra that was described here? First, utmost patience. Cannot be impatient. Second, non-boastful, non-egotistical. Third, sincere to the core. Such an intellect which is sincere to the core starts investigating even into that field which is unknown. Mind does not have the capacity to investigate and understand that which is not known. It can only recognize that which is the field of known. What is this? Thank you. What is this? What is this? That which is not known, the mind freezes, cannot proceed further. And that where the mind stops, the intellect takes over in trying to pursue, in trying to investigate, in trying to understand what could it be. So it is of this shape. The color is also very matching. What could it have been? A sharp intellect tries to pursue into that unknown, the size, the shape, the inference. And somebody did mention that it looks like a post-it, folded in. But to identify it, the intellect starts again processing. It is only the intellect that has that capacity to pursue that which the system has never been experienced. But in order to make that effort fruitful, that intellect has to be endowed with immense patience. You cannot be impatient in this pursuit. If that sabra, the patience is lacking, that person can never progress in this path. They will quit. I know, Swami, I came to twice your satsang. They went. They're boring. Or did you think that Upanishad class was for some entertainment and some stand-up comedian will come and do some gimmicks? Now, Upanishad needs that sincerity of that intellect to pursue, understand, investigate. That which the Shruti is saying, how can it be possible? Why is it possible? What is that nature? And in order to pursue further, the earlier understanding should also be clear. What is the earlier understanding? That which I already know, that which I have already experienced is not sufficient enough to give me that peace from where I can launch into understanding higher. Was I too fast? Did you get the point? Should have a clear conviction that the earlier experiences have chewed on them enough. There is no more rasa in it. There is no more effectiveness in it. There is nothing there that it can offer me. Once that conviction is clear, like it happened to Nachiketa in Kenopanishad, there were damsels running around. He was not distracted. Arey wah, ek autograph le lu. Madam Ramba, ek autograph. Selfie. का जमाना गया. Today is the world of hashtags and selfies. अरे उर्वशी, अरे एक सेकंड, एक और selfie. He was least distracted. And what firm conviction did he have? That he toppled the logic of even Yamadharma Raja. It says, Tavaiva Vahas Tava Nritya Gite. To heck with this Nritya Gita, I am not interested in them. Not as an insult to Yama. That I know those things do not have any kind of sense in it. Now with that conviction comes fearlessness. What kind of fearlessness? That I don't need to be scared of this damn world. I don't know if I lose it. I don't know if somebody snatches it. I don't know if somebody else will enjoy it. And that fear is not there. Because the focus is not that. If it is there, it has to be applied, it has to be used, it is only utilitarian, I'll use it and be done with it. I neither have to hold on it, nor hold on to it. It comes, it goes, fine. Of the intellect with the past, that all of this is experienced and I don't need that validity of the outside world to call myself cool. If I have an iPhone or an Apple Watch or a banana or whatever. I define what coolness is. Coolness is that mindset which is right in the midst of all these distractions and does not even flinch, does not succumb to any distraction. Because not that I'm trying to tightly close my eyes, ears and mouth. No. Nothing of that sort. I may see it, I may perceive it, but still, it has got no value added to perceive it as something attractive in my head. It is there. It has got nothing that will add to my life, add value to my living. Therefore, there is no disgust either. There is no fear, there is no disgust. These people go all this, and I am doodh ka dula. I am a very pavitra person. Even that is a wrong attitude. Who gave you any right to even belittle someone else and judge them? They are at their own pace. There is no disgust about worldliness, nor about those who are indulging in those worldliness. Because there is no fear either. Spring forth in my heart is compassion for those who are still indulging. ठीक है बेचारे, आज नहीं तो कल. If not today, tomorrow they'll wake up. But never out of disgust and self-importance. Being in the world does not become a distraction. Very good friend, he is a photographer. He is a cinematographer who does good photography too. And in his class, and he shared this experience with me. In his class, the photography instructor showed a barren land and a tree. And he said, this element here shows, aloneness. So he was trekking through some place and he saw a white oak tree amidst all other kinds of trees. That was the only white wild oak tree. And he immediately captured and sent it to his instructor and said, this I call true aloneness. That which you said is true loneliness. There's nothing else. Now this tree is all by itself, nothing like that around, and still it is happily, gloriously blooming. I don't need a validation from the outside world to say that this path that I've taken is the right one. Where will that confidence come from? When I have chewed onto that world and seen that it has no further rasa that it can give. Have you seen Gurudev's the movie? In that there is this student that asks Gurudev, why did you feel like giving up this world? So he's chewing gum And says, when will you throw this gum? When it loses its flavor. And Gurudev says, I have chewed on this world and I find no flavor in it anymore. Succinct and straightforward message. So how should our attitude be if we are not at that point of conviction? To pursue the world, to investigate that world, to see if it can give you that rasa. From an evaluating standpoint, but not from an indulging standpoint. That is an awakened intellect. That is an intellect which is ready to become a seeker. And such an intellect which has seen through, experienced enough, and then comes to the conclusion. Nah, those are not the places where I'll find. Let me investigate into this Antaratman, into this inner world. And there, do not get lost in the thought that it is a process of doing. All doing should have already come to a firm conclusion. Because many of us come to the field of spiritual sadhana and we are still stuck in a process of doing. What should I do? Once Gurudev said, in Siddhabari, they were still constructing Siddhabari ashram, and there were a lot of these scaffolding. Is that what it is? Around the building to build scaffolding, right? So he said, climb that 10 times, hang upside down 20 times. And this person says, Acha! They said, Bewkoof. Nothing of the outside doing. Whether it is Tirtha Kshetra or Mandir or doing, would ever be necessary. All that which is required for this intellect is to investigate, understand through proper vichara. Ato vicharah kartavya. Because the existing problem is ignorance, and that ignorance can be removed only through knowledge, and knowledge can be the end result of vichara. You polish few vessels, it is not going to bring vichara. You polish few beads, it is not going to bring vichara. And there is a purpose for it. I am not saying they are redundant. But they are not the means to acquire this inner Antaratman. And therefore in that vichara, to maintain that consistency in that vichara and move forward, what requires is immense patience with one's own self. We cannot jump around like that small kids in the car. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? How will I know when I reach there? When that stupid question drops, you will know. Because that is not an intelligent questioning. When you start eating, do you know when? No. But the point where you reach, where you are satiated, do you realize it? It is the most subjective experience. Very gross example, but still it is a very subjective experience. Similarly, when you reach to that fulfillment, you will know it. But until then, to stick to the path, the tenacity that that intellect requires without giving up, constantly pursuing, investigating, understanding, evolving through the process of knowledge and wisdom. To that individual, Shruti Mata guides, points. Other than Shruti, other than the Vakya of that Shruti, other than the Vakya of the Vedas, there is nothing that stands as Pramana. and it is experienced as one's own true nature. Swamiji, when I sat in meditation, I saw these colors. Meditation is not playing holy. Grow up. I saw these illumining lights. Bring them to Saket, we'll replace the bulbs. There's no more validity to it more than that, if you can bring it. I heard some sounds. Kaan saaf kar le. Clean up your ears, then you will not hear these sounds. These are not meditation. These are not the end result of meditation that we need to pursue. Don't hanker for them. Don't long for them as the result of your spiritual pursuit. It should be nothing less than understanding as clear. We'll stop here, continue next week. Today is Gita Jayanti, so we'll have Gita Jayanti from 9 o'clock till about 12:30. So we'll finish chanting, going through Bhagavad Gita in 3 hours, and then we'll have Tapon Jayanti, because Taponji was also born on Gita Jayanti. And somebody said very beautifully that Taponji did not teach Bhagavad Gita to Gurudev. It was Vedanta Panchadashi and few Upanishads. And Gurudev spoke extensively on Bhagavad Gita. So one of our sadhu Swamijis was saying that it is because Taponji, born on Gita Jayanti, he revealed through Gurudev as this Gita Pravachan. So there is so much that we owe to Gurudev and his effort that we have to mark Puja Tapon Maharaj's birthday, because without his training, we wouldn't have had Gurudev. So that lineage, that parampara, we get an opportunity to celebrate his birthday. So next Saturday at 9 o'clock, we can meet in the temple and we will have amazing chanting. Earlier when we decided this last year, I was like, I will be the only chanter. And now I am 1+. It will be more the merrier. So come. Even if you did not know how to chant, I assure by the end of it, you will be familiarized with Bhagavad Gita. That will not look that daunting. Did we say Shanti? Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.